Hello and welcome to Painting the Cape. My name is Lance, and today we're going to paint some figures. I'm going to teach you how to paint different figures in different positions. I went contra dancing. Here's a painting I came up with. All those different little figures. I can show you a simple way to make a figure to make it easier for you to add it into your paintings. And we're going to start off painting just using our fingers and Kleenex. Okay, I'm using a 16 by 20 panel to paint on. Just clamp it down here on each side. And today, I'm just going to teach you how to draw with paint. Our first drawing color is burnt sienna. It's a transparent color, so it's easy to take right off or put on, so I can keep messing around until I get the drawing that I like. So that's all we're going to use for this first little figure that we're going to do. Oh, I need some thinner. I use this, it's a painting thinner. It's called Turpenoid. I put it in a little baby jar. And put it close by so I can dip into it. I got a few pieces of paint on my panel that I'm going to take off. And you can see how easy the paint comes right off using this Turpenoid. It's an odorless solvent. There. So let's see. Let's start off with just a figure standing. First thing I do is try to figure out how big is it going to be? How much space is it going to take up on my panel? So let's say we're going to start here and in here. And what I'm doing is 3 boxes. If you can make a box like this, and then when you're thinking about the box, are you seeing the top of the box or the bottom of the box. Let's say we're seeing the top of the box and the side. So that's one box. Another box, we're going to go this direction. And on this one, let's say we see the bottom of the box. It's actually a rectangle, like that. And the next one, we're going to do a box that goes this way. So if you practice a bunch of boxes, doing them all directions and stuff, it's really going to help you. So if I want to take that off, I just take my Kleenex and wipe it off, so I can keep drawing forever until I get what I want. It makes it an easy way to draw. I'm going to put one more clamp over here so this panel doesn't move around. Okay. So let's say we have a figure standing. The first thing we do is kind of figure out where the head's going to be, figure out where the chest is going to be, and it kind of goes forward a little bit like that, and then the hips go back a little bit like that. So again, I'm making a box. There's a box, here's a box, and here's a box for the hips, like that. So now to put the legs on, I figure out how far down I want the foot to be. Let's say I put the foot here, and the knee's going to go here. So then I just do kind of like a stick figure, go like that, and then it curves back like that. So you got to try that. I want you to paint right along with me so you actually get this. And then let's say we have the other figure going back, the other leg going back. So we go this way, and let's say the heel is up a little bit. Now the arms, let's have this arm resting on the hips, like that, and the other one out in front. So now that arm looks a little bit weird. I went out too far, so what I do is I just take it off like that and put it the way I like it. You notice that on the legs, it bows out and then it bows back. Bows out and then bows back, and then the foot. The arms are the opposite. They bow back and then forward. And the other arm bows back and then forward, like that. And then we go back, after we have these boxes, is kind of make it work by making this more of a skull, like that. And we got to make the legs a little bit thicker. And this guy has a calf to it. Same thing with the other one, like that. Now I still don't like that arm, so I'm going to take it off again. I just keep taking it off until I get it the way I want it. I think I'll put it in a different position. I think I'll put this one as if it's waving. So what I'm going to do is first figure out how far up does the arm go, and then wave it down, and then up. like he's waving to somebody. Like that. Now I notice that the head is a little bit too big. There should be like 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If the head's too big, it makes it look too cartoony. So I'm going to take the head off. Just take it right off there, like that. That's the nice thing about the Kleenex. I just go like this, get my finger in position, get a little bit of transparent color. In this case, it's burnt sienna. And it angles this way a little bit. And then make the head a little bit smaller. See how that works better. Let's put a little hat on him. Now what you do is we're going to paint around him, and I put some Turpenoid on my Kleenex, thin it way down, and then spread it around the outside of it a little bit so it has a little bit of atmosphere and softens these edges here. Now, I have to figure out where's the light coming from. Let's say the light is coming from this direction. What I do is just some Turpenoid and wipe out where the light will hit. Just kind of feel which way the light would hit. This comes from this angle. It's going to hit here, hit on this arm, and just take them off. And again, if you don't like something, like that arm is still bothering me. The forearm is too long, so I'm going to take it off again. That's why you can keep drawing and get yourself a panel. And this stuff is Turpenoid, and you can keep messing around with it until you get what you like. So this time I'm going to have it, actually I'm going to just have it where it is now on the other side so you wouldn't see it. I'm just going to put a little bit of a shoulder there, like that. So let's continue with how the light is hitting this figure. But since we're using our finger and we're so close to the paper, it's easy to make it thick and thin so I can not push as hard and not take as much paint off. And then here, right where the foot is. And the other one, if this foot is behind that one, take off less here. Take off a little bit, but a little bit less. You know what? I'm going to have him touching his hat with the other hand. So let's say he's tipping his hat. Like that. You can try a bunch of different things and get it the way you want it. Now you go back in and make it darker in places like here, right in the middle of the form, like right underneath the arm here would be a little darker. And over here a little darker. And the calf maybe. And then since it's going this way, let's have a shadow of the figure going out. And just kind of guesstimate where the head would be and the arms, like that. And there you have a quick way to do a figure. Then, let's say you want to color that. Let's say he has green pants on. Take some green and mix it with a touch of this brown. Just a touch, so it's not green, 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 green. And paint in the green pants. And the furthest away, let's say it's a little darker. Like that. Up here, underneath his hand, be a little darker because it'd be a shadow kind of a thing. And we'll give him a green hat while we're at it. And then for the shirt, let's, well, I don't know, how about blue? So take the blue. The blue I'm using is ultramarine blue. So take that color and add a little bit of that same drawing color in there so it's not so bright. See, that was pretty bright, so now I calm it down a little bit. Maybe lighten it with some white. And once again, we can lighten some blue, make it much lighter, and put it where the light would hit, like maybe there, maybe right in the front. Maybe it's the hat right there. And there we have a little figure standing. Now, so now let's do a different figure. So let's take this one off. Just comes right off. You're going to find that after you get used to this, just a matter of practicing boxes and stuff, this is going to be actually easier than using a pencil because you can go much faster and you just wipe it down when you don't want it or you want to change your mind. This week we're going to work on just with a rag or a Kleenex or a paper towel to make the figure. There'll be another time when we just use a brush, and another time just using a palette knife. Each one of these tools has its own advantage. So now let's draw somebody sitting. So we get like doing a stick figure, go like this, and then have his legs go like that. This goes back and then forward, and the other one goes back and forward too. Let's say there's a table here. Now we add on our little boxes. The head box, don't make it too big. And then this. So I make little rectangles. You can start off with just making rectangles, and if you need to make them three-dimensional, you can add the other sides to them. This goes back, like that. And then this, like that. And foot. And the other one. So it goes back and then forward, back and then forward. And you can overlap shapes. You're just drawing them with your finger, really. Now let's say this guy's got a little bit of a jacket on, so it kind of flares out in the back here. And we'll put a chair. So stick the chair in there, like that. It's an easy way to draw figures. And as things go back, they get a little smaller. You foreshorten a little bit, like that. Let's draw another person on the other side. Back and then forward. So you can tilt them, do whatever you like, and then fill in the rectangle there and a rectangle here that goes this way. If this one goes this way, make this one go this way. So it kind of balances out, and then the leg, and then come back. You do a bunch of these, and then pretty soon it gets easier and easier. Stick a chair on this person. So when you're doing your landscapes and you're painting the cape, you might want to throw some figures in. So this is an easy way to do it. And let's make this one a female, so let's say we give her more long hair. And we can put a dress on her, if you like. And maybe they're having something to drink, I don't know. Like that. Now his head is kind of stretching up a little bit too high. So once again, I take my Kleenex, wrap my finger in it like that, roll it around, add some terp, take it off because I don't like it, move the Kleenex a little bit, roll it up again, and take it off all the way. So you can use a Kleenex more than once. And let's put this head going this way a little bit, and not quite so far up, like that. That seems to look better to me. Now let's add the shadow. Let's say this time the light's going this way. Let me get rid of the other one. So get a little bit of terpenoid. It's going this way, so there's going to be light on his face, light on his top part of his chest, his arm, and maybe a little bit of the leg. And also the table. Like that. Now on her, it's going to be the back of her head. So it's going to be here, shoulders, and back. And then let's say this arm is in her lap. Experimenting, putting these shapes in different positions. Then lighten up this and lighten up that. And also the dress. Maybe the bottom of this and the bottom of that. Remember, if you don't like it, you can always just take it right off, add to it, take it off until it's the way you like it. Now I'm going to go back, since it's going this way, I'm going to make a shadow with him there, another shadow with her there like that. Now to soften the edges around it, you just mix it till it's really light. So like right here, you can't see where the head ends or begins, so you put a little bit of atmosphere around it, leaving it so you can see where the head starts and finishes. And these are called edges to make things. So I can have an edge that's real sharp. This would be a sharp edge right here, or here. And this edge over here is almost non-existing. A little shadow here. In the back of the chair. Like that. And then you can add your color, figure out how you want to do that, what colors you want to use. But always use a little bit of the drawing color to add to your colors, so everything is in harmony. So practice those boxes, and you can add them to your landscape. And it's gonna, you can add figures to your landscape, which would be a lot of fun. And so when I did this painting, I went and I sat way back. Let's see, where am I? I sat way back here. I wasn't behind the orchestra, but if you learn how to do the figures, you can draw from any angle you like, and it'll still work. So have fun with that, and I'll see you next time.